sorry about that. I had to cut it off or else I was going to go over my time, and then YouTube wouldn't let me load it up. So this is where we left off right here. 1 mole S2Cl2 has a mass of 135.04 grams. S2Cl2, and then of course we got to convert it back to kilograms. Alright, you plug all that in and it works out to be 4.39. I'm going to switch colors so you can see this a little easier. 4.39 times 10 to the 4 kilograms of S2Cl2. And this is the same number that you would have gotten had you taken this amount of reactant, plugged it into the stoichiometry, calculated your theoretical yield of S2Cl2 the same way we've been doing, and then took this as your percent yield and then calculated actual yield. So, next problem that we're going to do is 226. Alright, 226 is talking about some salt cake method thing that's not really used anymore, but you know, it's still a great reaction. NaCl plus sulfuric acid makes sodium sulfate and hydrochloric acid. And the question says, if 30 grams of NaCl reacts with 0.250 moles of sulfuric acid and 14.6 grams of hydrogen chloride are made, what is the percent yield? Doing this, you now have an amount of both reactants. So the first thing that you have to do is calculate your limiting reactants. So that's what we're going to do first. So 30.0 grams NaCl. Go through the stoichiometry to find, I'm going to go ahead and convert this to product so I can figure out my limiting reactant. So molar mass first, 58.45 grams to every mole. And it's 2 moles NaCl to every, 2 moles HCl. And each mole HCl has a mass of 36.45 grams. Plug that in and you get 18.7 grams HCl. And that's if we used up all of the NaCl with an excess of sulfuric acid. So now we got to do the other one. 0.250 moles H2SO4, and we're going to convert that again to grams of hydrogen chloride. Since we are in moles, that means we get to go ahead and start with the mole ratio. We don't have to mess with this whole molar mass of the first thing. So mole ratio is going to be 1 mole H2SO4 to every 2 moles HCl. And then same thing, each mole of HCl has a mass of 36.45 grams. Plug that in and you get 18.2 grams HCl. Now I'm going to compare these two numbers. And between these two numbers, this one is lower, which means this guy is my limiting reactant. H2SO4 is my limiting. So now when it comes time to calculate my percent yield, I'm going to take my actual, which was the 14.6, divide it by my theoretical, which is the 18.2, and that's going to be equal to x over 100. Solve for x. X equals 80.2%. If you guys have any more questions about this, then come in for tutoring, and I'll help you, wherever I can. And tomorrow I'll post up the video of the Chapter 9 review, and I'm pretty much just going to work out the last year's test, the 6 questions on last year's test. So I'll be emailing that out probably today, maybe not till tomorrow. But so make sure you check that out. See y'all tomorrow.